Hello everyone and welcome to a new ServiceTonic video. In this video, we will explain how to manage a contact list. To do this, we must go to Administration, System, Contact Management. From this tab, we can create, edit and delete contact templates and associate them with services, see the details of the fields that each template contains, and carry out exports and imports of contacts. From the Define Templates section, we can create, edit a new template, or delete an existing template. If we look at the properties of the contact template, for visualization purposes, it shows the fields that are part of the template and the services that are currently being used. Here we can see the fields of the template and the services currently being used. Now, in this case here, this template has no associated service, so it will have no service in use. However, if we go to this template, for example, it has several services in use. To create a contact list, we click on the Add button, apply a name to the template, such as New, and now we can verify how a template will automatically have been created, which will contain all the contacts that we create. Now we can modify the template by clicking on the Update button. From here, you can add and modify the fields that are part of the contact template. These fields are shown when viewing the contact list of a service, and also when creating or editing a ticket. In the Contact section, these fields will store all the information related to the contacts. The Field List section shows all the fields defined in the selected contact template and also indicates the contact identifier field, which will not allow duplicate values when new contacts are created. From this section, you can also add or delete fields, as well as modify or add the different translations for each field. By clicking on a field, the properties are shown in the General Properties section. From here, you can change the field's properties, which may vary depending on the type of the field. The Client ID field is the field that will be used as a reference when applying contracts and tickets. You can also use the up and down arrows to change the order in which the fields are displayed when viewing them in a ticket. Simply move the field, and you should press the Save Ordered button to keep the order you have defined. Once the configuration is done, we can import or export contact list, as long as this list has a social service. In this case, since we do not have any social service, we will not be able to import or export. But if we click on a list that does have a service, such as this one, the import and export buttons will appear. The export button exports the contacts of the selected list, taking the separator into account. As an example, the semicolon is often used as it will be easier when exporting again in case it is necessary. Simply click Accept, and a file will be downloaded with the contact list with the assigned separator. Once this is done, we click Close and move on to the Import button. The Import button will import the contacts. The Import button will import the contacts from a file. First, we must indicate whether it will have web access or not. If yes, we must indicate the role that is established and the type of authentication. You should know that this will apply to all the contacts you import. The next step will directly be to import the file. Here, we must upload the file we want to import by clicking on this button, apply a common separator, update existing contacts if contacts have already been created and you want to update several fields, and send password to the users, which will notify the contact's email with the generated password. Once this is done, we simply have to click Accept and the list will be imported. In case of an error, an email will be sent with the errors that occurred in that import. If you don't want to perform the import or want to undo it, simply click Close. On the other hand, if we click on List Management, click on the Create button, we will be able to configure new contact lists based on the type of connection, which we can verify with the Test button. This will indicate whether the connection is correct or not. Also, once we have made the connection, we must indicate the field mapping against a user that we have created in our contact list, whether it be Active Directory, SQL, or any other type. And also, we have to indicate whether these users will have web access or not. To do this, we simply click the contact list and assign them a role. Once this is done, we must click Save or Back in case we do not want to perform any action or simply return to the contact list management. And this concludes the overview on managing contact lists. For any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to contact our support team through the usual channels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.